How do you feel about how you've been performing so far in camp?
I mean, me honestly, I feel okay about it. I always I want the best thing possible. So if I feel better is available, then that's what I want. So I'm gonna say all right, but if you ask somebody else, they might be saying I'm doing well.
I know we talked in spring, but just having this opportunity for a bigger role and now being at the midway point of camp here, just how does it feel to be out there and kind of just be able to play free and have another year in the system and feel more confident and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing of opportunity. This is what I asked for. It's part of why I transferred. I wanted, to play at this higher schedule, play with the best, and have the opportunity to earn a bigger role. So, everything's in front of me, and this is exactly what I asked for. Did
you kind of know when you came here, were you looking at the depth chart and saying, okay, there are a senior or an older guy that could go pro, and maybe the first year is not going to be starting every game, but I know that if I work, that spots are going to open up? Or how did you kind of look at what your goal was, and if you had any kind of timetable for yourself in terms of making an impact here?
Yeah, so I mean, in my process, you definitely have to, be smart about where you're going. You're not going to go to a room where you just not going to get any opportunity. So just the coaches being transparent with you. But, ultimately, just God led me here. I didn't take no other visits. I committed fast. I knew it was meant to be, and I was ready to roll. So
year two, Derek. How acclimated do you feel to the system, and where have you seen the biggest jump in your game during fall camp?
Yeah, I'm very acclimated. I don't think I ever didn't feel acclimated in the system. And then where I see the biggest jump, I'll probably say just ball skills. I'm trying to figure out how I could get that ball. That's what matters the most to me, is that ball on the field. So any way I could find a way to take it away, that's what I'm trying to add.
Now new faces in the secondary. How are you guys all gelling together?
Yeah, we're all super close. Them my brothers. I could call them whenever. We getting after it with each other. So, yeah.
Derek, you said when BJ asked about camp, and you said it's going okay. So I guess for you, what do you want to see more improvement on within yourself?
I would just say always just being a leader back there. Mm-hmm. I would say there's nothing I want to be able, as a safety, to let everybody in front of me know what's going on. Mm-hmm. So everybody in front of me is prepared, and then once that ball snaps, it's time to go get that ball.
You mentioned leadership, especially, John says a lot of new faces, and it kind of feels like Jade and Mickey and then yourself are kind of two of the bigger faces coming back. So how are you embracing that leadership role?
Yeah, I think about where I was before, at my old school and the role that I had there, and now I know what it's like to be in that type of role. So just building on that and just speaking. I feel like that's a big thing for me. I got to get comfortable being uncomfortable and out of my skin.
Mm-hmm. How long have you waited for this opportunity to be on a big stage like this and be a chance to maybe be a starter, make a big impact? You've been playing football a long time. To have this opportunity a couple weeks away, possibly right in front of you. What's this mean to you?
It's everything. I've been waiting for this since I was 18 months playing at Jackie Robinson Park. This is all I asked for. Like I said, I prayed for this moment. I prayed for these interviews. It's the opportunity is a blessing, and I got to put myself and prepare myself so I don't squander that blessing.
How were your ball skills at 18 months?
Ain't no telling. I'll listen to my mama and my dad on that. So.
After finishing with 27 tackles last season, what expectations have you set for yourself heading into 2026?
Yeah, obviously just, to embrace that bigger role and, earn that starting spot. But also just like tackles are going to come, especially as a safety, they're going to come and they're going to go. I'm going to have to make some hard ones, and I might miss some easy ones, but most importantly, like I said, I got to take the ball. We got to figure out how we could get that ball. So that's my biggest, emphasis for me, is just how many turnovers can I possibly get.
You have great family support. How has your family support helped you stay grounded and focused as you take on a bigger role this year?
Yeah, my family is everything. My mom, my sisters, and then even my sister's boyfriend. We have a group chat. We text every morning. It's a Bible group chat, so that helps me keep in tune with them. My dad, he's always working, so whenever I could get on the phone and talk to him, it just always means a lot. And like I said, I write on my wrist before every practice, every game, my granny's initials, and just knowing what I come from and my roots, it just gives me another reason on why I have to go harder and why there's no taking steps back.
You mentioned kind of you waiting for this opportunity, but there's a lot of other guys, especially in the secondary, that are kind of in a similar boat with maybe have a chip on their shoulder to prove they're good as the guy that left right before him, whether it's Sherrod or whether it's Travis Anderson. I mean, do you feel like this defense has a lot of hungry guys out there to prove something?
Yeah, we all hungry. We all want something, and that's what it is. That's what brings a team together. You know what I'm saying? We got dudes from Germany. We got dudes from California, Oregon. Everybody is here though for one common goal. So that's what makes us a brotherhood, and any way we can help each other, and even when we might not get along and we say I want something and he wants something else, like that iron sharpening iron, it helps us.
What do you think the strength of this defense is going to be?
Violence. I think we're pretty violent, and so the more violent we could be, the better.
Just talking about guys who are hungry and tackle, and we chatted with Roman Tillman over the weekend. He seems like a guy who wants to get to the ball and tackle all up. Just what have you seen from him? And again, he's from South Dakota. He's hungry.
Yeah, I mean, me and Roman come from very similar situations, and that dude, he's a savvy football player. Roman knows how to figure things out, and best believe if you try to do one thing and it works, it ain't gonna work the second time. So his ability to adapt as well is very good. So that's my dog. Yeah.
And especially with Roman, it looks like he'll be doing a lot of playing nickel. Just how do you feel about playing a lot more nickel this season by looks of it, just for teams as a whole?
Mm-hmm. I mean, honestly, he's a very versatile player, and in the nickel position, you got to be versatile. Sometimes you got to blitz, you got to cover one-on-one in the open field. Sometimes you got to drop. So I think that position, it fits him very, very well.
Who's a receiver or two on the other side of the ball that's either stepped up or either giving you fits at times, or just giving the defense fits, or that you're saying, okay, that guy's going to be a guy this year?
I mean, personally, I want to say none of them. But,
of course.
I would say definitely. I've been seeing Keem. Me and Akeem been going at it one-on-one. I told him I ain't gonna let him catch a ball on me again. Him, and then I'll say in the slot, Lil Q, Quentin Brown. He's been building on what he did last year. So just seeing them two giving me work, that helps me.
What is it about Akeem? We've heard a lot about him, obviously, and I know he's got the speed, but even today saw him doing some shorter routes and making catches on the sideline and stuff. I mean, he seems like he's got a pretty all-around game. Coming in from a JUCO obviously can't be easy, but it looks like he's primed for a big role. What have you seen from Akeem?
Yeah, I mean, he's hungry. That's like I said, that's what we as a team. And you go to any position, you gonna see somebody who wants that ball. And like I said, he want that ball, so when it's in the air, I want it too. And so if the running back got it, he trying to come get me and block me. And so that's where the violence part comes in. But he's just a humble and hungry dude, and he makes us better on and off the field. Appreciate it.